we're going for a beach walk, do some morning movement. We need to shake this up. Looks like it's pretty shaken already. We always go bring, 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 bring. Debbie Sue, calling Debbie Sue. What does Debbie Sue say about shaking it up? I say shake, 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 shake. Debbie Sue says, and I call her bring, 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 and Debbie Sue will shake, shake, rattle, roll, shake, shake it up, baby, now twist and shout. Shake it up, baby, now twist and shout. Okay, start drinking. Caleb's warming up. There's a moon there. Okay, the car's warmed up. Putting you down. I'm in Australia, so in Australia you can't touch a phone. And technically speaking, wherever you are in the world, you shouldn't drive with your phone in your hand anyway. You should be watching the road, like I am watching the road, reversing out. Beep, 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 beep. So we're about to see the sunrise, guys. I don't know if anyone's there. It doesn't matter. Let's just go, because yes, we just got to go. Got to go to see the sunrise. Sunrise. This will be our first sunrise of August. I can't believe it's August, right? Can you believe it's August? I can't believe it's August. Like, seriously. It was July for like 2 minutes. Which means that I'm going to Africa in like, oh my gosh, like soon. So Dora needs to basically do a bit of a cleanup. I've got a late start today for work. I'm going to do a bit of a walk because I need to walk mentally. I need to walk. Last night I went to bed late, and it's so true, right? If you are on, social media or like looking at your phone, playing with your phone, I was on a live stream trying to play with my phone, do all these weird things with like memory cards and all this stuff last night. And I went to bed like at midnight. And do you think I could go to bed? Like, normally I have no issue sleeping. Last night, oh my goodness, guys, that was an interesting development. Not a development, but like an interesting place to be. I was just rolled and rolled and rolled. Well, not really rolled. I just like tossed and turned. All I could think of was, I've got so much to do before I go to Africa. And like, I've got over 2 weeks till I go to Africa. I've got plenty of time. My sister's coming on Thursday, so I'm kind of trying to get everything squared away before she comes so that I can just enjoy hanging out with my sister. Welcome to the chat, guys. I can't actually say hello individually because I am driving. But we're about to hit the beach, guys. We're about to hit the beach. I've just got some traffic lights to go through. I can see the beach now. Sunrise is in literally right now. Sunrise is now. So we're going to see the sun rising. So I'm in southeast Queensland, and it is 6:29 a.m. I'll be drinking my green juice. So seeing the sunrise in Australia, if that floats your boat, please hang around. If not, it's all right, move on. We have got a bit of pinky skies actually with clouds. I love sunrises with clouds. It always is a beautiful sunrise with clouds. What am I saying? It's always beautiful sunrise, even if there's no clouds. Oh my goodness, there is a ball of red out here, which is the sunrise, right? All right, guys, sun is rising, sun is rising. Dora's about to run off to the beach. Run off to the beach. Ready, guys? Let's park. Let's park. I love a good sunrise. Now, I take some socks. I've got socks on. I'm just going to barefoot walk. All right, guys. Ready for the sunrise? Ready for the sunrise? There we go. There's the sunrise. Okay, I need to take my socks off. I have duck socks on. Okay, I forgot to turn off the Nightbot. Socks, duck socks. All right. hat because it's cold outside. All right, let's go. Tripod. Ready? Ooh, pretty. Very pretty. Oh, yeah. Okay, sunrise is here. And just ignore the Nightbot, guys. Last night on the live, I was doing a live stream last night to try to test some of my tech out for Africa. The Nightbot I set up in the morning didn't really work. But that's all right, guys. This is now time for gratefulness. Because it doesn't matter what day of the daytime it is, we can be grateful for something, right? Look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. Okay, tripod down. All right, we're going to do a jumping for joy, guys, before that sun just goes away under that cloud. And this is a time for you guys to think about what you're grateful for. What are you grateful for? Oh, that's very, very large. Okay, let's try that again, guys. I didn't mean to be that large. Oh, no. I've lost it again. The sun has gone under the cloud now. Oh, no, it is. There it is. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold the thought. All right, ready? I'd love to know in the chat what you're grateful for today. All right. That was a bit better, Dora, a bit better. So, I'll zoom in for you. Oh, you know what I forgot, guys? Oh my gosh, I'd lose my head if it wasn't glued on right this minute. I was supposed to bring my camera with me to take photos and videos at the beach to see how the quality is of the beach. I feel like I need to run home to get it. I mean, I'm not going to run home. You know what? I think I might do that. But let's just take in the sunrise first and think about gratefulness. Okay. You know what? Every time I stop and I look at the sunrise, I think there's hope. There's hope for everything. There's a hope for a new day because, let's face it, without even thinking, there's a new day. Tomorrow, there's a new day. It might not be always a massive sunrise, but like there's always a new sunrise, right? As in like the sun will always rise. You might not see it. It might be hidden behind a cloud or rain, but you know there's going to be light. And sometimes that's all you need to believe in, that there's always going to be light. Unless you're living in like, you know, Antarctica right now, in the southern Antarctic, where it'd be 24-hour night. That'd be pretty hectic, wouldn't it? So I'm grateful that I get to see the sunrise, guys. And I get to show whoever's in this chat. I mean, I don't know where sometimes I have people in the chat that I know. Hey, there's Pam. I know there's High Plains Camp, which is Steve. I know a few of you guys. Oh, and there's Rhonda. Hey, Rhonda, how you going? Sorry, guys. But like, you know, I think, you know, if we can start thinking about what we're grateful for, we start thinking about other things we're grateful for. And I'm going through a moment at the moment, guys. I'll tell you about, I mean, nothing much, but I just went to bed late. And, you know, when you go to bed late, then I couldn't get to sleep. And this is very unlike me. Like, I can sleep like a log. Like, I literally just hit the pillow and I fall asleep. So there's too much going on in my brain at the moment. And, you know, my friend Rhonda here, You know what Rhonda told me one day? You need to do a brain dump. You need to write down all the things that worry you and then just let it go. And you know what? I did that and I felt $1 million. And I thought of you, Rhonda, last night, actually. I know you're thinking, like, why would you think of me last night? Well, when I was lying in bed and I was tossing and turning, I was like, you know what? I need to write down what is worrying me. But of course, by this stage, it was like nearly 1 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, oh, if I get up, I'm not going to go back to bed. Well, I mean, I would. So anyway, I then eventually fell off asleep. But this morning, I've got a late start. So what I'm going to do is I need to do my morning movement, guys. I have to. It's part of my soul that I need to move my body, right? Because otherwise that's good for me mentally. But I clearly have way too much on my brain at the moment because the whole idea this morning was I was going to bring my camera to the beach so I could practice using the camera at the beach. And I'll tell you that story in a second, guys. Thank you, Rhonda. Well, you gave me that idea a little while ago. I was going through, not going through much, but I was just like, I had a lot of stuff going on in my brain and I just couldn't process it. And it felt overwhelming at times, right? And you said to me, just write it down. And it's like sharing it with a friend. If you share things with a friend, sometimes, and I actually have a voice note system on my phone. And sometimes I'll share it I'll just talk to my voice note and say, hey, these are all the things that, I'm going through at the moment. These are things I'm thinking about. And I just do a dump. But it is way better to write, I've got to say. I mean, it does help me when I talk about it. I don't want to really dump on my friends too much, but, I did last night. I had a friend who's been helping me with some camera stuff. So this is all stewing from the fact that I'm going to Africa in under 3 weeks. And I have my sister coming on Thursday, plus my half-sister from Sydney. And she hasn't been up to Queensland for 8 years, guys, since my dad's memorial of his passing. So I think it's quite a big deal that my sister's coming up. I'm really, really happy she's coming up. I normally go down to Sydney and catch up with her when I go to the raves I go to. So she's coming up for 2 weeks. Not ideally timed because obviously before I go away for a holiday, I'm running around like a mad goose. So I have been running around like a mad goose way before my sister comes so that I can actually get everything ready. So if I actually break it down, I'm actually really good, guys. I'm just overthinking things. And I think it's I'm okay. It's okay. It's okay to overthink sometimes, but just don't stay there too long, right? And like today, I will write down some of my thoughts. I mean, this is one of my thoughts last night, guys. I was like, I'm going to have a day off today. I think I need a day off. And look, I probably do need a day off. I've been working every weekend. Not every weekend, have a couple of hours on the weekend for the last month just to earn a bit of extra money to pay for this Africa trip. So I feel like I haven't had, it's really good to have 2 days off in the weekend. And I guess I'm feeling like I only had 1 day off, which was yesterday, which was lovely. I had an amazing day yesterday, guys. Really good day. I'd love to know what you guys did on your Sunday. And a lot of you guys, it's Sunday for you too, right now. It's Monday morning here for me in Australia. And, amazing. It's amazing to see the sunrise. God is our moral ruler. Moral law is for real. Okay, thank you. Do you watch Big Les show? I don't know what that means. Maybe I don't really want to know what that means. Oh, it is beautiful. Every sunrise, regardless of sun, clouds, rain, is a new hope, right? And I always think that there's new hope for a new day. And if you zoom in a little bit more, you can actually see a plane going over. And man, when I look at planes, I think of hope, right? Because my God, that is like a tin can and people are flying in those things from place to place. And Dora's going to jump in one of those planes in a couple of weeks and go to Africa. Like the continent of Africa, I have been to Egypt, which is technically the continent of Africa, but I haven't been to southern Africa before. So this is my first kind of real African continent trip. And I'm going to be flying in one of those little tin cans one day, next week or a couple of weeks' time. And like, that's just a miracle, right? Like, how the hell do these planes fly? Wow. So it gives me hope, right? Hope for a new day, hope for anything can happen in one day, right? And look at that big cloud. Okay, so let me drink. I've got to drink this. Got to drink this and then we're walking. So I'd love to know what you're grateful for in this chat. You ought to be very proud. It's a show on YouTube made by an Australian show, Best Ever. Oh, okay. No, I don't know it. Okay, what was it called again? Do you know the Big Les Show? No idea. Is it a male or a female? Is it a couple of people? So I'd love if you want to share what you're grateful for. I'm just going to think a few more things that I'm grateful for this morning, guys, because I think can't hurt to be over grateful, right? I'll share you one of the things I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my toes in the sand. It feels really nice. Really nice. You know what I'm also grateful for, guys? I did a meditation this morning. I was like, woke up and I was like, oh, I need to get up. And I was like, you know what? Give yourself a meditation because you need a meditation. And it was great. You know, sometimes you just need to slow it down. You're going to get to the beach. I might not have seen the sun completely rise, but we got there. We saw the sunrise. I was still just in time, right? All because I took some time to do a meditation. And I'm proud of me. I'm grateful that I stopped and went, you know what? No, I don't need to see the actual sunrise straight over that island. I can wait a couple more minutes to give my soul, just a bit of, I don't know. I don't know if you're watching this and you do meditating. I'd love to know what kind of meditating you do. I've played with meditation for a while now, probably the last 13 years I've actually started playing with meditation. And I never did any training of any description for it. But there was a time I was quite stressed with my work and I decided to do TM meditation. And I found that really, really soothing. And I don't practice TM meditation anymore. Sometimes, time to time I do, but not, now I generally just put on a YouTube meditation and I do one of my friends' meditation with Marie. She's a UK lady based in Spain. It's all in English and she's got a very soothing voice. And she's been doing a lot of nervous system resetting and I feel like it's been so, so good for me. And then 10-minute meditations. This morning's one was only like 8 minutes. And even 8 minutes was great. Just to slow down for a second. There was a bit of tapping on it. I don't know if you've ever tried any of that, any tapping. What do they call it? Synthetic tapping? No, I don't know. There's a word for it. Tapping. It's so good. So good. Oh, guys, just ignore my night bots at the moment. My night bots have gone crazy. I was trying to practice something, and when you practice something on Nightbot, you got to do a live stream to test it. And I forgot to untest it last night. Oh wow, look at that. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. Oh, thank you. Thank you, universe. So beautiful. I always love seeing the reflection of the sunrise in the water coming towards you. And look at that light beaming through. Oh, I can't get enough. Cannot get enough. Nightbot going crazy. Thank you, universe. You know, even just standing here for a couple more moments, like I want to do a walk, and I'll get there. I will get to a walk. Like, nothing's stopping me. But right now, I feel like I'm anchored. I'm anchored in this sand, looking up at this beautiful sunrise. Those rays of sun coming through those clouds, like at me, just fills my soul, man. And you know what? It's also really, really good to get a bit of sun on your face first thing in the morning. They say it's also really, really good for your thyroid, to get some sun on your thyroid. I mean, obviously, it's very, very good for your circadian rhythm. So that's your 24-hour clock. And that's really important for me right now because I went to bed so late last night. So by having this little bit of sunrise in my eyes, or sun in my eyes, I mean, obviously, you wouldn't do this in the middle of the day. You'll burn your eyeballs out. But, just first thing in the morning, just a bit of sun on the face. Amazing. Okay, consequently, when I've been looking up at the sun, when I look at the chat, I can't see it very well. My eyes need to adjust a bit more. If moral law is not real, why do we feel guilty when we do something wrong? I don't know, you tell me. The sun is going to poke up above that cloud in a second. Welcome to the chat. Is it cowboy? Cowboy. Everyone wants to be a cowboy. I actually saw some cowboys on Friday night, actually, talking about cowboys. So I live in southeast Queensland. I don't live in the country. But I went to a rodeo on Friday night, and I am not exactly sure what I feel about it, to be honest. I'd love to know. I mean, cowboy, obviously your handle is called cowboy, so you want to be a cowboy, you are a cowboy. You love everything to do with cowboys. Can I ask you about bull riding? Can you tell me, like, they have a bit of rope around the back end of the bulls when they ride them, and it looks like it might be tight. I'm guessing that's the reason why they start bucking up and down. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable about that. Can you just tell me a little bit more about bull riding and how it doesn't hurt the animals? Because I feel like it does hurt the animals. Yeah, I never really wanted to go to a rodeo for that reason. But it was part of my work on Friday night, so I was open-minded and went, you know what? This is not about me. My two clients that went, one loves horse riding, so obviously there's lots of horses at rodeos, but they also have bull riding, which I've never been really comfortable about. When I lived in Mexico, I never went to the bull, the arenas where they do the bull racing, or not bull racing, but they do the little dance in front of the bulls and all that kind of stuff. And I don't think they kill the bulls anymore, but I don't want to know, right? So I never went because I don't like that kind of stuff. But, cowboy, I'd love you to share a little bit about bull riding. I'm just curious about bull riding. I know you're like, that's really weird to say that when I'm just watching the sunrise. But yeah, I'm just really curious. It may be I don't know much about bull riding. Oh, only cows raising need to use to. Oh, okay, right, yeah, of course. Okay. Well, what I observed, right, is all the bulls all in their pens, and they were bucking up and down. They were literally jumping up and down in the cages. And then as soon as they let them out, obviously they went nutso, right? Yeah, anyway, let's not talk about that. Wow. You can't help but be grateful when you see a sunrise, guys. And even if you're watching this through my phone, you might be on the other side of the world. It might be the afternoon. It might be nighttime. If you're in the UK, it's nighttime. I think you can always see a bit of hope when you see the sunrise. So my hope for you guys, I mean, I'm not a martyr or anything, guys. I'm not here to teach you anything or, like that. I have an adventure channel, basically. I take you on my adventures, tell you all about them, show you where I'm at. A lot of the times I like to show you wildlife. And yeah, and it's really nice to be able to show someone on the other side of the world that the sun is rising in the southern hemisphere. And look how beautiful that is. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Just take it in. All right, guys, I need to finish the rest of this drink. I'm going to put you down on my tripod, which is i.e. my phone. And I'm going to put that back in the car and we're going to go walking. I'll be back. Well, there you go. New York here is 4:52. All right, guys, time for walking. Now, what will we see on this beach walk? Oh, we see a seagull. Hello, seagull. Let me show you where we are, guys. I showed you the ocean, the sunrise. But we're in southeast Queensland, a beautiful place called Redcliffe Peninsula. It's a little beachy suburb just north of Brisbane. We're 30 minutes north of Brisbane. And Redcliffe I wouldn't say it's a touristy spot. It's more local tourism. Like on the weekends, people come to this beach, especially this beach here, Sutton's Beach. In summertime, we have lifeguards. I know we don't have the big waves like the Gold Coast or the Sunshine Coast, or the white sands of the beaches at the Sunshine Coast or Gold Coast, because we have an island there. So technically, this is a bay, Moreton Bay, because that island's called Moreton Island, and so it's quite good for families. So my mum and dad used to take us to this beach or this area for holidays. We used to live in Kilcoy, which is a country about an hour and 15 minutes away from here. So we used to come here for school holidays. And when my dad semi-retired, he moved us to the beach. And I'm so grateful for that, because now I get to call this place home. And to be honest, if there was waves, big waves like the Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast, technically this would all be high rises. I mean, it is starting to be high rises anyway, but they're not huge high rises. you go to the Gold Coast, you see these big towers, right? And in the afternoon, there's a shadow on the beach because there's all these towers right next to the beach. So here they've moved, they've developed the apartments a bit back from the beach too, so that's good. And they've given quite a big beachy area. So our council's done not a bad job. There's lots of toilets, facilities to sit and eat under shade, free barbecues. The barbecues are cleaned every day, can I add? That's amazing. Toilets always have toilet paper. I'm always amazed about that. I know, I always talk about toilets, guys. Because, it's toilets as a body function that, we always have to go to the toilet, right? And when you travel, toilets are not the same. They're always very different. And you always have to bring toilet paper with you because, there's hardly ever toilet paper in public toilets in other places around the world. Or you have to pay for the toilets. Look at this. Absolutely love Mother Nature's artwork on the sand here. How beautiful is that? Absolutely beautiful. You're from Tennessee. Tennessee. Well, we've got someone from New York. We had some people in the chat before. Rhonda is from Texas also. Pam is actually from Canada. And they're not in the chat anymore, but they were. I have a few people that normally watch from the UK. Then I have some friends in Australia too. Wow. So it's low tide at the moment. All these rocks are exposed. Normally you don't see these. Whoa. So we've got a bit of development happening here. Building a high rise, you've got some cranes. So I believe it's not even 7 o'clock yet. So you must be allowed to start working on properties here by 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, let's go down onto the sand flats. I always love walking down here. I love the feeling of just the different vibrations on your feet. I just think it's so nice. Like Mother Nature created this. Absolutely stunning. So it is winter here. The water does feel a little cool, but it feels quite nice on your feet. It's quite nice. Really nice, actually. I did a video about pooping in my series of 10 days detox, and I mentioned you in the video. Okay, so you started your videos. I did see a little, were you telling me about this the other day? And then I saw you a little bit talking about it in Karen's live. So you've started it, right, okay. And you did mention, I did have a giggle when you mentioned it in Karen's live that you were going to talk about pooping. Because not everyone likes to talk about pooping, right? But hey, it's a body function, we all do it. Okay, I will be checking that out. Hey, Rhonda, if you go #AdventureLife, other people in the chat can actually click on your link to your channel. So #AdventureLife will bring up you don't have to do it, but you just put in the chat #AdventureLife and it'll bring up your channel. Ooh, look at this. We've got some swimmers going out. Dora's on her tippy toes. Okay, the water is a little cold, guys, a little cold. Oh, that's okay. It's okay. There we go. If you're at all interested in treaty with Rhonda Hensley, who is a Texas-based creator who creates content about us, to be honest, about our mental health, our souls. She's creating a series around detoxing our body, which I think, can also, help a lot of us. They say our gut holds a lot of our emotions and our, guts, bad guts, like I guess, if if you have a detox, you're actually going to clean out your guts, right? And that can help reset, you know, depressions and all these different things. I mean, look, I don't know too much about it, to be honest, but, you know, Rhonda is a counsellor, and she does talk about, you know, our mind, body, soul, and how they are connected. So yeah, check her out. As I said, she's from Texas. She's a lass from Texas. Actually, Rhonda, have you been to a rodeo, and do you understand bull riding? I'd like someone to share with me about bull riding. And guys, the other stuff with the Nightbot, just ignore it. Well, actually, no, maybe Rhonda, you could do me a favour. Could you write exclamation mark latest and see what happens? Someone else tried this last night and didn't work. That's supposed to bring out my latest video. I was testing a theory, because obviously when I'm in Africa, I won't have access to computers. And I was hoping that when I did live streams over in Africa, that I could get people to say exclamation mark latest, and it would bring up my latest video. So I'm starting a series when I start heading overseas about animals and basically encounters with wildlife. And that's why I'm a little bit curious. I don't know if curious is the right word, about rodeos and bull riding specifically. I mean, obviously I'm not from the country, right, guys? I live in urban concrete sprawl, so to speak. Yeah, I don't see, you know, bull riding or anything like that very often. And I couldn't be honest, I probably avoid it like the plague. But on Friday night, it was part of my work that I went to a rodeo. And yeah, I'm not sure what to think, guys. So I'd really like to do a bit of research on it. Oh, there you go, Cowboy Explorer. I'd love to ask you, like, so you said you were from Texas, also Cowboy. Can you tell us a little bit about your channel? I know you said you don't know too much about bull riding. You like cows. Are you from, I mean, Texas is obviously a big cattle area too. Is that you create content around cows and your farm? Because I love watching content about farms and sustainable living, animals, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'd love to know a little bit more about your channel. I mean, obviously I can't click on that link. People in the chat can click on that link, and you're welcome to, and engage with someone and make a new friend. That's why I've set that up. That works. I've tested that a few times. So I set up the Nightbot. Nightbots are free to do, guys. You can do it on your phone too, but it's a little bit hard to set up. It's not exactly easy. I'm not a code writer or anything like that. And I had a friend actually help me set it up. But I was getting a little bit too tricky with my Nightbot, where I thought I could set it up so that you could, if you put exclamation mark latest, it would bring up my latest video. And then also exclamation mark playlist. If someone could do that one too, exclamation mark playlist. I had Paul D Australia try it out yesterday, and he said it worked, but then someone else tried it and didn't work. So I'm confused with that. It involves eating whole foods. Okay, great. Yeah, I mean, look, there's a few channels. Oh, look, guys. Oh my goodness. Hello, pelican. Talking about wild encounters, that's my new series that I'm starting. When I go on holidays, I'm away for 8 weeks, so I'm going to have 8 different videos on wild encounters. And my first video is featuring this guy, the pelican. Oh, hello, beautiful. Look at the reflection. You just did a poop. So even animals, just natural, right? Pooping. Hello, gorgeous. You know what? When I see an animal like this, this is a wild encounter, guys. We don't get too close either. I just think of hope. And I think that I'm in the right place at the right time. And I'm meant to be in this moment. Even though I didn't have much sleep last night. Oh, did you hear that, guys? It made a noise. Hey, pelican. Oh, bless. Thank you for coming to say hello. If you guys know me, you know how much I love pelicans. Like, I don't see them every time I walk, I don't always see a pelican. So it's a blessing when I see a pelican. Like last week, I saw a beautiful interaction of pelicans. So that's what I recorded. And I made into a video for my first video in my series of wild encounters with Dora. Oh, hello, gorgeous. I love the way they flied. So if you're watching this on a replay, how cool was the flying in of the pelican? They've got such a long, wingspan. They look like, I don't know, it just looks amazing. Okay, so walk away from the pelican, Dora. Okay, so, oops, hold on. Okay. Rhonda's got here. Yes, I've been to a rodeo. The strap on the bull intimidates their flank and they buck. Okay. That's what I was thinking, Rhonda. That's what I didn't really like that. I didn't like to see that. I saw quite a few bulls, like massively bucking in the cages before they came out. And then obviously when they came out, man, they were going absolutely nutso. And then you saw the rope around their, like you said, flank, or their trunk or something, their stomach basically. And yeah. Yeah, don't love it. Okay, latest didn't work, did it? No, didn't work. Thank you for trying that, Rhonda. Hey, Ray, how you going? Debbie Sue. Did you see our little mate? Look, he's walking towards us. Look at that reflection. Oh my gosh, guys, why did I not bring my camera this morning? I was supposed to bring my camera. So I did 2 live streams last night talking about some tech I was practicing or testing out to take to Africa, so I don't have to take a laptop to save my content, my videos and stuff. And it did seem very complicated. Debbie Sue watched it for a couple of minutes and went, yeah, that's complicated. And my friend Deb Warwick said, oh, that's way too complicated. Oh, look at that. I have a little scratch on the armpit there. I know how you feel some days. Scratch, scratch, scratch. How are you, Debbie Sue? And how are you, Ray? Everyone's saying hello to everyone. Okay, so Ray, the hashtag latest doesn't work. So just ignore my bots. Oh, mate, Ray, it was a beautiful sunrise. I always block night bots. It's always spamming. Well, it doesn't normally spam. It's just that I'm trying to test it out, and the only way you can test it out is actually do a live stream. And I forgot to actually turn it off because I did test it out last night on my live streams I was doing, testing out the tech I was taking to Africa. And I got some friends to test it out and it didn't work. But if someone do ! Playlist, because it did work for Paul D Australia, but it didn't work for Nicholas. And then Nicholas said, I think it's got something to do with you have to be a moderator to look at it. And I don't think that's right. So if someone could go hashtag playlist. Oh, sorry, not hashtag, sorry, exclamation mark playlist. It should bring up playlist. It'll bring up my Spilling the Tea playlist. I'm just trying to use that as an example right now. Because when I'm in Africa, I'm going to try to set it up so that it brings up my Wild Encounter series. So guys, look at all the beautiful mangroves popping up. So that will turn into this beautiful thing. So this is Lavender's Rock. It's an upside down love heart. So always go kick, kick. It's always an opportunity to drink some water too. You don't need to ignore the night bot that says drink some water. Drink some water. We can all drink a bit more water. Okay, so Entreaty by Rhonda, was Rhonda from Texas, checked out Cowboy, and she said, the channel looks like a travel all around. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so Ray did the exclamation mark playlist. Can someone click on the playlist and see if that works? Because I don't know. It should bring up a playlist called Spilling the Tea. And obviously when my new series starts coming out in a couple of weeks, which is Wild Encounters with Animals, I wanted to be able to share that when I was doing a live stream from Africa. Not that I'll be doing that much live stream from Africa, to be honest, but I might just come at night time while I'm in Wi-Fi and do a African diary and tell you what wild encounters I had through the day. Now, because we've got this pelican sitting here, we can do two things. We could go up this way, or we go around it. I don't want to get too close. So yesterday, guys, I was testing out my camera, and I will make this into a video because someone around the world might be interested in, camera tech. I won't talk about it and bore you guys now, but I had a wild encounter yesterday. And the reason why I love wildlife is because it's wild, right? And if you feed animals, they become dependent on us. And, I don't know how many times you see people feeding like ducks, a lot of, grandkids, they're with their grandparents and the grandparents are like, oh yeah, just give them a bit of bread. Ducks love bread. Well, actually, ducks don't love bread. It's actually really bad for their bodies. And yeah, so anyway, there was a wild encounter yesterday that I'll I was testing out my IT stuff that I'm going to take to Africa. And that's a really good thing to do, right? Is test out your camera stuff before you go on holidays. Oh, hello. Look at this. We're going to have a bit of a show here, guys. Look. We're going to pelican dance. Ready? Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. No. We're on a standoff. This is a Mexican standoff. We're just going to scratch our bum. Actually, maybe scratch your chin. Okay, hi. We're looking at you. I'm looking at you. I'm watching you. So the really cool thing about pelicans is they actually do watch you. They know exactly where I am. They're watching me through their big, big, big eyes. Come on, shake your feathers. Shake your feathers. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. I'll dance with you. Ready? Let's go. Let's dance. Ready? This is me dancing. Oh, look at my long legs, guys. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake. Come on, dance with me, pelican. Come on. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Yeah, that's it. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Okay, so Cowboy's got here. I travelled cruise ships. I went to Germany. Oh, look, there you go, guys. Oh, joy. Oh my gosh. Thank you, universe. What a beautiful sight. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. For a wildlife lover, seeing a bird, like a massive pelican like that take off is actually really cool. How cool was that? Oh, that was cool. You don't have to respond, guys. I'm just saying it in my head and I'm saying it out loud. That was cool. That was very cool. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. That was amazing. You should see the big smile on my face. I love seeing animals in the wild. I just think it's so beautiful. It's just, doesn't matter how many times we see pelicans. Love, love, love them. Okay, you went to Germany, Alaska, Caribbean, England, everywhere pretty much. I used to have a cow farm. Got too expensive to raise cows. My family had to get rid of them. We gave him a safe. That did work. Okay, Ray. So just confirming, Ray, that when you clicked on the playlist, it brought up my spilling the tea, the whole playlist. Oh my God, guys, don't ignore my Nightbot. It does work. But the other one that says exclamation mark latest doesn't work. It doesn't bring up my latest video. So I've done something wrong there. I have to rejig that one. But Ray, thank you for testing that out, because my friend Paul D Australia tested it out last night. He said it worked. But then my friend Nicholas tested it out and it didn't work for him. So that's weird. But anyway, that's great, because Ray, yes, it works. Yay. Thank you, Ray. USF travel everywhere and look at sites and looking at nature. Subscribe to your channel. Oh, okay, thank you. The playlist did show up. Okay, I clicked on it, but I don't see the playlist. It takes me to the main YouTube page. The playlist link did not work, took me to the front page. Okay, right, okay guys. Okay, so the playlist didn't work. Okay. All right, back to the drawing board. I need to get hold of my friend Susie, don't I, guys? Well, actually, Susie hasn't played with that function of it. I did ask her so Susie is, actually, Ray, what's Susie's channel again? Around the World with Susie? Is that her channel name? Around the World, she's from Michigan. She's from Michigan, isn't she? So I met Ray through Susie's channel, and Susie was so nice to actually help me on a live stream. She FaceTimed me, or she Facebooked me, and she helped me set up the Nightbot. So that's where I can do where Cowboy actually set up his hashtag Adventure Life, and it brings up it shares your channel. But I was trying to set up where it can share my latest video and a certain playlist. I'm trying to basically set it up so when I go to Africa, it'll share my latest video of my wild encounters while I'm on a live stream, so I don't have to tell you about it. And also, it'll share my playlist for the wild encounters. Because every week I'm going to set on a Thursday, which will be Wednesday for most of you guys, Wednesday morning, Wednesday night. No, Wednesday morning. I'll share a wild encounter with an animal. And some of them will be it'll be asking you questions on if you think this is actually a good idea or not. I think a lot of you guys know that I don't like zoos. But I'm also at the same time trying to be open-minded, because, I do get a little bit fixated on things. Okay, now I'm on my tippy toes, guys, so that I don't get don't get my leggings wet, but I've got leggings wet. I walked through here before and didn't get wet. So, I think it's really good, you can have a hard stance on something, right? Like, I do not like zoos. But at the same time, you do need to be open-minded. I'm not saying that I'm going to go ride a bull to be open-minded about what it means to be riding a bull. But in saying that, right, wouldn't that be a better way to understand bull riding, is to actually go and do it? But like I just said, I really didn't like seeing those bulls bucking, I felt really bad for the bulls. But I don't understand it, right? So how can you not like something if you don't understand it. So that's why I was asking in the chat if anyone knows about bull riding. So who knows, mate, guys? Maybe you're going to see Dora befriending a cowboy to learn about bull riding. I mean, that would probably be a very good thing to do, actually, before I poo-poo bull riding and go, you know what, that is mean on the bulls. From the outside looking in, that's how I feel. Have I really seen bull riding? Well, only really last on Friday night, because I've avoided it like the plague for a long time. It's not hard to do because I don't live in the country. But like when I lived in Mexico, I did not go to the bull rings for those, because I did not want to see a bull getting killed. That is a hard stance for me. Like, why would you kill a bull for, like, in an arena for a whole lot of tourists? Like, that doesn't make any sense for me. But I actually think they've changed those rules. I don't think you're allowed to do it anymore, like kill the bull. So I think they pretend to kill the bull, which doesn't make any sense to me either. But anyway. Who would like to see Dora learn how to bull ride just for the sake of actually knowing about bull riding? No, I don't want to. No, guys, I don't want to do that. I'm just have no filter. There's no chance you're going to see Dora on a bull. I saw like the Australian champion fall off the bull twice. They were talking him up, going, "This is the Australia world champion. He's represented Australia in Texas." So they're talking about Texas a lot. They must do a lot of rodeos in Texas. That's why I asked Rhonda, because Rhonda's from Texas. So yeah, he fell off the bull twice, like a couple of seconds, literally straight out of the gate, bush. And man, those bulls, man, it must hurt when you fall off the bull, eh? Yeah, there's no chance. There's no chance. But at the same time, maybe it would be a good idea to know a little bit more about bull riding and where it came from and why they do it. Is it really just a show of manliness for the sake of a poor animal? That's a plover. Actually, talking about plovers, on a Friday night when I went to the bull riding, to see the bull riding, I saw baby plovers. And they were trying to cross the road, a busy road. And I stood in front of the cars to stop the cars from driving over the little birdies. And you just saw these little birds popping across the road. That was so cute. But it was so interesting watching them trying to cross the road. I said, animals in the wild are just beautiful. I mean, animals in cages are sadly beautiful too, but they're just caged, right? Okay, let's get off the topic of animals right now, Dora. So it's quite low tide right now. A lot of you guys know that when we walk through here, we don't often see the rocks through here. Normally it's covered with water, right? You wouldn't be, you'd be oblivious to think there's rocks. There is quite a few rocks in this area. If you look, span in front of us, there's actually a bit more rocks over here too. So locals kind of know where to swim, where it's like less rocky. So guys, just ignore my bots. I know it's annoying. I can't turn it off, guys. Oh, actually, can I? No. Actually, give me a second, guys. Just give me a second, guys. Just give me a second. Hey, Susan, how you going? You're not late, Susan. You're on time. Travel around with Susie. That was a creator I was talking about. Okay, I'm way behind in the chat. Okay, so Cowboys shared his link again, guys. So you're welcome to share your link, guys. Hashtag Adventure Life. Guys, I'm going to buff out for a second. I'm going to see if I can turn that bot off. Those bots, those little codes that I put in there. I'm going to see if I can turn them off. Just give me a second, guys. It'll buff for a second, guys. I'll be back, okay? If it deletes me, I don't think it should kick me out, but I'll come back and keep on walking, okay, guys? So just bear, guys. I can't turn it off. I could open my Nightbot, but I couldn't turn off, guys. I can't turn it off. I could open my Nightbot, but I couldn't turn off the timers or the commands, which is the code that you put in for the hashtag Adventure Life. That works. But yeah, don't listen to my things. Don't do exclamation mark latest or exclamation playlist. It doesn't work. So anyway, but yeah, please do listen to the Nightbot when it says drink some water. Drink some water. It's good for you. You sent me a huge message and you realised I was live. I will look forward to reading that later. Susan, I hope, how are you feeling this morning, Susan? How's that cough this morning? So, guys, Susan is High Country Homestead. And she was one of the channels I was talking about when I was talking to Cowboy originally, when I said, oh, you do gardening or, farming stuff. I said, I like to follow a lot of channels about farming, sustainable living. That is one of the channels. Susan, High Country Homestead. So Susan, go hashtag Adventure Life. That works. It'll share the link to your channel. Hashtag Adventure Life. That way, Ray and Cowboy in the chat. Cowboy is a new friend from Texas. Ray is a new friend that I met from Susie. So, where are you from, Ray? I know you're American. So you met Susan a couple of weeks ago. I think a lot of you guys met Susie around because she actually set up my Nightbot for me. She helped me set up the Nightbot. Unfortunately, she can't help me with the playlist thing because I asked her about that stuff and she said, yeah, that's way too advanced. That's too hard. And it is too hard because I tried it and didn't work. Anyway, that's all right. You try these things. It's better to try things and, fail. So I didn't fail completely. Like Ray said, it took me to the front page of my channel. Just didn't do the playlist. So if someone does want to set up a Nightbot, it's free. It's just www.nightbot.com. And you do have to use AI to set up the codes because it's very difficult. There is like an AI generated helper in the Nightbot, but it doesn't seem to actually direct you to the right stuff. And that's why Susie helped me kind of do it through AI, like outside with ChatGPT to help write the code. So it's a bit of it's not easy. The timer's not hard. The timer is easy to set up. It's the command to actually do the hashtag Adventure Life or to set your commands up. That's the hard thing, to direct it to know what to do. But yeah, it's free to do. Like I said, don't ask me for help because I really don't know how to do it. I would try to help anyone that asks me for help, but I'm not saying that I'd be good at it. As I said, I asked for help from Susie, and Susie helped. She jumped on a Facebook chat while I was on a live stream and we set it up. And then we tested it on the live. I just forgot to turn it off last night. I got Paul to test it out and Nicholas to test it out. Paul said it worked, but I don't know why he said it worked and it didn't really work. But anyway. You love going on adventures. Cowboy likes going on adventures, walking with my dad to another one trip. Okay, cool. Okay, you're used to Nightbot, Ray says. Yeah, look, a lot of people use it and I was curious about it. And yeah, I'm glad I asked Susie and I made friends with Susie and she helped me to set it up. Obviously, I made friends with her not just to set up my Nightbot, right? There you go. There's Susan's link, guys. Ray. Oh, Ray's from Ohio. Yeah, that's right. Ray and Cowboy can check Susan out. Reminder to take some water, guys. What a beautiful day. So, Susan, weather report. Obviously no snow. Otherwise you'd be prank calling me, letting me know that you're doing a live stream in the snow. We've set up a code that Susan's going to prank phone call me as soon as it starts snowing, because she'll do a live and show us the beautiful snow. Yeah, you need to check out Susan's channel. You'll absolutely adore where Susan lives. She lives on this massive property in the Alpine region of Victoria, and she's got cows, and just the cows look so scenic. And this beautiful green pasture, and then these beautiful mountains in the background. It's very idyllic, right? It's really beautiful. So Cowboy will love it because obviously Susan's got cows. And last year we saw about, was there 3 baby calves born? 2 or 3. So that was interesting to be part of that process. Like, she was doing live streams and like videoing, showing us the new additions. Susan's also got some sheep, not many, and she's got some chickens. And she did have an alpaca, but unfortunately that passed away. So yeah, Susan's got a great channel. Does a lot of live streaming at the moment, but she is going to get back into doing her long form videos. Some of her long form videos are amazing. I mean, I wouldn't want to say some, but some stand out, like preserving eggs. Ever heard of preserving eggs? So when you have a surplus of eggs, instead of giving them away to your neighbour, you can preserve them. And you can keep them up for up to 2 years. Sounds crazy, right? Well, yeah, you should check out that video. It's on Susan's channel. In the actual title of the video, it says preserving eggs. So it can't be that hard to find. But yeah, that was a great video. I love that video. Actually, Susan, Debbie Sue and I watched your first video. Just curious, because it's always interesting to see someone's first video, right? And Susan, I really liked your first video. And Debbie Sue's, I watched Debbie Sue's first video too. Isn't it interesting watching people that you've made friends with, like Susan, Debbie Sue in the chat, I've been mates with for a while here on YouTube. I call them my workmates. Debbie Sue, did you like that? I sent that in an email the other day saying, I feel like we're workmates. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I think it's good because some of my greatest friends in my life have been my work friends. I've had quite a few jobs, and you spend a lot of time with your work friends, right? And they develop relationships, and like I said, you spend probably more time with them than your mum at least, or or your partner sometimes. So you develop these great relationships. Well, you don't need a Nightbot. You've got Kirsty. No, I like them. I just have over spammed my chat, guys. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Like I said, just ignore them. I'll delete them later on when I get home. I tried to do it from my phone. It didn't work. So this is why I'm testing this out now, because obviously when I go to Africa, I won't have my computer with me. So I won't be able to delete the bots. So that's why I need to get the bots working before I go. And look, when it works, it'll work well, guys. So just entertain my bot craziness in my chat. You used to use Umix commands? Okay, I don't even know what that is. Sounds very complicated, Ray. You think you're a sub of Susan's? Okay, there you go. William Brody, 54. Good evening, everyone. Well, good evening, Brody. William Brody. Good evening for you guys. And I will say buenos dias to you. Or good morning, or g'day mate from Australia. Welcome in. No snow. What? No, now snow. But I don't want snow now. As something happened. Oh, okay. Oh, crap. Susan, I'm already stressed about what is happening. Are you okay, first of all, Susan? Susan? Are you okay? Oh, Susan, okay. I'll read it later. Okay. Man, all I can say is farm life is very hard. Our friend Susan is a solo woman looking after the farm by herself. She does have a daughter, but obviously her daughter has, she's doing her schooling. She's quite busy with her schooling. So it's up to Susan to look after the cows, get all the wood sorted for the wood fire, gardening, feed the chickens, all the things around the garden that go wrong, because a lot of things go wrong. Oh dear, I'm a bit worried what happened. The paddock. Oh dear. Okay, I'm going to get things positive. A good thing happened. That's why you don't want it to snow. Why were we watching it? Well, I put it out there. Watch my first video, guys. Roast me. I don't care. No, not roast me, guys. To be honest, my first video was my second video on my chat, in my video list, because that was when I started trying to be a content creator. The first video was just a random thing like 8 years ago where I couldn't figure out what I was doing, and I just uploaded a video. But, it's not bad. I didn't create content though. I just literally chucked it into the GoPro app and it did it for me. But yeah, the second video on my list is my first van life experience. Actually, no, not first van life. My first car camping experience. That's right, it was. I'm actually really proud of my first video. It took me like 5 months to create that video. Because, so I'm proud of that because I learned a lot of things about creating videos to make the first video, right? And I just think it's interesting to see, people that, you connect quite well with on YouTube, like Susan, Debbie Sue, and watch their first videos and see where they've come and, how far they've come in their video creation. Like, look at Debbie Sue. Debbie Sue, I'm sure you didn't know that your night stories, well, you didn't even know the night stories was going to become a thing, right? And your night stories are becoming very, very popular. And your normal actual stories have become like cult-like. You've got Nicholas that watches them every night to go to sleep. So it's interesting how things turn out. And I'm sure like Susan had, no idea about live streaming, either did me. I came to YouTube to think that I was going to post every week on YouTube. It's going to be easy. I only get lots of subscribers and lots of views. It's not easy, and I didn't post every week because it's friggin' hard. So it's been a real learning curve. It's actually been quite fun. It's been quite a journey, actually. Okay, so Debbie, so you like my workmates analogy? It is a beautiful beach, cowboy. I'm way behind the chat, guys. Okay, you need to take Jasper to the toilet. Oh, Jasper. Oh, ouch. I spit on a rock. Ouch. I'm hearing rumours in Africa, actually. Splitting into rivers in the middle? Or are people lying? I don't know really what you're referring to there. No idea what you're referring to. Oh, William is part of Susie's channel. Oh, okay, cool. Well, welcome in, William. I met Susie maybe a month ago, and she helped me set up the Nightbots, which you're going to ignore in my Nightbots at the moment. I was testing some more stuff in the Nightbot, and it doesn't work. But if you want to do #AdventureLife, that works. That works. #AdventureLife, and it'll share your channel to the viewers, the other people in the chat. So like Susan, Debbie Sue won't know you, William. And yeah, so that might be nice if they would like to check you out. And if you look up the chat, Susan has shared her link in the chat. And Debbie Sue can if she wants to. Well, this is true. Debbie Sue definitely wasn't planning to show her face. And now look at Debbie Sue. I reckon there's hope for live streaming one day. I've got to say, I've got to say, Doran really paved the way for live streaming, because that's really where I started live streaming. I actually joined him on all his live streams. Not all of them, but, he'd invite me on. I was with his Questions with the Source one time, and he would do live streams where basically he would ask a panel of people to come on. So I joined quite a few times, and it was fun. It was fun to connect with people in a different kind of way, right? And then I thought, okay. And then I was invited onto Karen's live, YouTube Over 40. That's how I met Jazz, and I met Marie. And I just realised, connecting with people on a live stream, even though it's not face-to-face, was a really fun way of meeting people. And I love meeting people. I love talking. If you haven't noticed, I love to talk. And yeah, so then I started testing out live streaming. And then you could say that Dora hasn't stopped since. I absolutely love live streaming. I love being able to show people different places around the world, or different places that, for example, Debbie Sue's in Virginia. She's also in a beautiful place, right? But she's not near the beach. So, just listen to the sound of the water lapping against the sand. Now, this is interesting, guys. Look at the soil here. This used to be, this is a ramp, the boat ramp here. Sometimes I have to literally wink up onto the actual ramp to get over it. And it's fully covered with sand today. It's interesting. And you watch. Before I go on holidays, this will change. It's really interesting how the sand and the wind affects the beach. And sometimes those stormwater pipes that we just walked past, sometimes they're fully exposed, sometimes they're completely over too. Again, it's about, the tides and how the wind kind of pushes the sand around on the beach. It's interesting. Very interesting. Can I just say, guys, I'm absolutely adoring this walk. Oh, it feels nice. It feels very, very nice. Susan's back. Susan's back. Susan is a great example also of development on YouTube. And again, probably thanks to Doran and probably a bit of poking from me. Susan is now absolutely loving live streaming. Susan's regular spot on a Saturday where she teaches us how to cook. She made, oh my God, what's it called? Not pigs in blankets. Toad in the hole. She made a toad in the hole. Not a real toad, guys, and not in a real hole. She made an English dish called toad in the hole on Saturday. She's always making something really, really interesting. And Susan, I did say in the live stream on Saturday, I was saying how I ate Rocky Road the night before, and you said, oh yeah, I like Rocky Road. I said, how about you make a Rocky Road? I bet you can make a really nice Rocky Road. Anyway, just putting it out there, Susan. Rocky Road. Australia is a lovely place. Just ask us. Hey, Susan. Okay, William is sharing his link. So guys, all check out William Brody for 5473. He is apparently friends with our friend Susie, who's our new friend to our chat, along with Ray. So check out, go leave my live stream, guys. Go click on the link. Check out William. Go check out their first, their latest video. Yes, Susan played hard to get with the bloody live streaming. She wouldn't show her face. How funny was that? Literally, oh yes, I'm going to show my face in the live stream. So everyone's hanging around waiting for Susan to show her face, and the bloody bat dies and she just ends the live stream. I mean, honestly, what a way to introduce yourself, Susan. It couldn't have actually helped. It couldn't have worked any better if you tried, to be honest. She didn't purposely do that, though maybe she did. No, she didn't. So I had met Susan previous. We did a live together, but not a real live. We just did a video chat to test out some live stream stuff. So then I actually got privy to actually meet Susan face to face. And it was lovely because, I mean, obviously, you develop relationships with people by taking, the relationship off the platform. I sound like a dating channel, don't I? Anyway, I am looking for a date for Susan, an eligible bachelor for Susan, just saying. But anyway, that's another story. But, on YouTube, it's hard to make relationships in comments, right? Though in saying that, you can make relationships in chats, in live streams. I think that's how I made friends with Debbie Sue. I was actually on Kathleen's Place live, and she invited me onto her live. We were doing some art together, and she introduced me to Debbie Sue, and I said, oh. She goes, do you know Debbie Sue? I went, no, I don't know Debbie Sue. She goes, oh, well, here's Debbie Sue. And Debbie Sue checked out my channel, and I checked out her channel, and then we were in, Debbie Sue came to visit my live streams, and we chatted for ages in the chat about different things, life. And then obviously I got to know Debbie Sue, and then we exchanged emails. So, now we email each other. And, it's great. And then with Susan, obviously, I talked to Susan on the phone. I'm not saying that, ask me for my phone number and I'll talk to you on the phone. I've kind of learned a lesson about that one. But, it's okay if you do make relationships with people and exchange personal, details. But, you wouldn't do that. I wouldn't put my phone number out on the chat or anything like that. But, it's nice to be able to have deeper friendships with people that you've made friends with on YouTube. I think it makes it a little bit more interactive, I think. Look at me. I met Paul D Australia. Paul D in Australia and I have been mates on YouTube for a while. Man, it's actually really rocky down here, guys. This is not normally like this either. This is really interesting. What is happening with the tide changes? Normally it's like this, but normally not so rocky. Interesting. So you can see here, there's a bit of a cove happening around here. So this is Scott's Point. Now, if I had a magic wand, guys, you would see Dora living, see that house there with the palm trees? Oh, yeah, palm trees. I would live there, guys. Actually, you know what? I'm not fussy. Give me one of those places, right? With a magic wand, that's where I'd love to live, because it's like a private little cove. Though you can get there. You can see a lady on some rainbow stairs there. Can you see the rainbow stairs? So you can get there even if the cove is fully wet. So sometimes there's no cove at all. It's just all water. And sometimes you can just walk straight through. Today we can't walk straight through. But it's like a hidden little beach. That's where I like to go swimming too. It's quite nice to go swimming. Okay, it's a bit rocky here. Wow. The actual sand, you know what's happened, I reckon? this is not always normally exposed here, all this rock. So I reckon all the sand has shifted and moved up there where that boat ramp is, because there's a lot of sand there that's normally not there. So it looks like this has all been eroded away. Interesting, hey? Interesting. And you know what? When I come back from Africa, this will be all changed again. It'll be completely, because you guys will see me walking on the beach going, oh my God, it's so nice to be home. It's so nice to be home. Mark my words, guys, you'll hear it. I love being home. Home is where the heart is, right? You got to love where you live, and I love where I live. And, I'm trying to create a life that I don't have to run away from. Understand that I am running away for 2 months to go to Africa, but I am actually really pulled this, guys. I am really, interestingly enough, pulled where, I'm going to miss Diego. I've gone away for a month a few times and travelled without Diego. We have a great relationship where he trusts that, I need my time off to travel and, do my thing. He likes to travel too, but he doesn't like to travel as much as I do. And then you could also say, well, Dora, he's actually building your house too, so he's probably doing that. Yes, he is. But I did invite him to come to Africa with me. I said, hey, why don't you just come for a couple of weeks? I asked him to come and do the second part of the tour with me, where I'm doing the overland track and camping and stuff. Well, I'm actually not going to camp, but I was asking him if he wanted to come camp with me. And he really did want to come, but he just said, look, for the price of flying just for like a 2-week, 3-week trip, it's not worth it. He wanted to do what I'm doing, it's like go for 2 months. Because, if you're going to go to Africa, the flight alone, it's like you might as well make it worth it, right? And that's why I'm going for 2 months. Debbie Sue says here, I have no interest at all in live streaming at this point. Laugh. And like Susan and I are going to go. She also had no interest in showing her face also. But here she is. You are amazing, Susan. Debbie Sue says. Well, she is amazing. Debbie Sue, you're amazing also, mate. You're both amazing. You're both amazing humans. And I'm so, so grateful that I got to meet you guys. Really, really, really am grateful because, the world that we live in is such a weird place, right? Like we make friendships online. I mean, people laugh at me. I'm going to be honest. Some of my actual friends, like my school friends, I have a lot of school friends, like my friend Mel. I absolutely adore Mel. Guys, you've met Mel. Mel let me live in her backyard for 4 months, right, when we were renovating the house. And, that just shows you the friend she is to me. Like, to let someone live in your backyard for 4 months and, like, have the codes to your house, the keys to your house, walk through your house, take what you want out of the fridge, use your bathroom, use your toilets, take over your life, basically. She is one of my greatest friends in life. And yeah, we went to school together. We were in primary school together, but we weren't best friends in primary school. And, we've been in and out of each other's lives for a long time now. And it's great to have those kind of deep friendships. But, I'm open-minded and I've made friends on social media. I mean, last week I met up with Andy. Andy I met through Instagram. And she's amazing. Andy's amazing. I am so blessed to have met Andy. Andy's taught me a lot of things. She's 10 years younger than me. And yeah, she does a lot of spirituality, kind of meditations, kind of not hallucination, but like hypnotism kind of stuff. Very spiritual, yeah, many things. And I was her test buddy for a few things, and it was amazing. It was great to do. And to catch up with her the other day and see how much we've both grown in the last 2 years since we've seen each other, it's been amazing. And again, we made a friendship through Instagram. I mean, a lot of people think Instagram is very fake and, it's all about editing pictures to make it all look all, look at me, look at me, look at me. But it's been really, really nice. I learned a lot from playing on Instagram. So if you want to check me out on Instagram, I'm Exploradora80, exactly the same name as my YouTube channel. And you'll pretty much see the same antics there. as my channel here. But I made some great friends on Instagram. And I know Susan will say, oh, I don't really know how Instagram works. I will teach you how to use it if you want to, Susan, because I am trying to use it a little bit more. You just went to West Virginia a few months ago. Well, Debbie Sue was telling me about West Virginia. Debbie Sue's in Virginia, and she said West Virginia is actually really, really beautiful. Debbie Sue has a few relatives over there that she's been there quite a few times. And she was telling me about it, and I was intrigued. And obviously I know about West Virginia from John Denver. West Virginia, all his music. Well, so, hey, God, does anyone know, is John Denver from West Virginia, or we just like to sing about West Virginia? Guys, what do you think about, I don't know, in the chat, do you like John Denver? I adore John Denver. You know why I adore John Denver? Because my mum and dad played John Denver records when I was growing up. I've got such fond memories of John Denver. I could cry even thinking about the song Annie Song. When my dad was passing away, we played the CD, we played the record quite a lot because my dad loved it. He used to play a lot of John Denver music on his harmonica. Got such great memories of Dad playing the harmonica. And Annie's song, oh my gosh. And obviously when organising his funeral, you got to pick videos and you got to pick songs. And that song, I haven't even been able to watch. The new age these days, you can live stream the funeral and they videotape it and they make a DVD for you. I've got a DVD. I've never watched it. But maybe one day I will. But yeah, I played the song, Annie's song. Oh my gosh, every time I hear that song, it's like a bittersweet because it's such a beautiful song, but it also makes me cry like no tomorrow. Like I'm even tearing up thinking about it. It's just such a beautiful song. John Denver, man, he was great. Amazing. Okay, I'm way behind in this chat, guys. Oh, so Ray said he met his second wife online. We have been together for 20 years. She passed away 10 years ago. Oh, I'm very sorry, Ray. Sorry, but isn't that beautiful that you had 10 beautiful years with your wife that you met online? That's lovely. Thank you for sharing that, Ray. And, you gave your wife 10 beautiful years too. And, sometimes I guess it's about quality over quantity. I mean, some people can be married for 50 years and be absolutely miserable, right? And then people can have 10 years of a beautiful marriage and there be like passion and love and adventure and all the amazing things, right? Rainbows and all the things. But unfortunately, that's all you get. Welcome in Mabel's. Support from Gina something vlog. I don't know who that is, but tell us about it. Susan says that she loves where she lives. So I'm really behind in this chat, guys. Okay, let me just kind of zoom through. Susan said she's made some awesome friends on YouTube. Well, Susan, I don't think Instagram doesn't like you. It's just that you don't know how to run it yet. Susan, book me in. We're going to organise you to organise your YouTube, your Instagram, because it will help you here in Australia. Because in Australia, lots more people use Instagram than YouTube, right? YouTube, there's not a huge lot of people that use YouTube in Australia. But actually, Susan, can we book me in after I come back from Africa? I will help you, Susan. Do you actually have an Instagram set up yet? Maybe you don't. So William's got here, the mountains in West Virginia are beautiful. Well, Debbie Sue said the mountains in Virginia are actually also beautiful. Debbie Sue, in a video, one of Debbie Sue's maybe second, third last video, there's a beautiful vision of Virginia where Debbie Sue lives, nearabouts where she lives. Absolutely stunning. I said to her, where is that? And she said, oh, not far from where I live, just off the highway. There's a bit of a pull off. And I was like, wow. And Debbie Sue's there will stop there on her way to the different places and just have a little time. Look, guys, can you see the love heart? I see a love heart, guys. Can you see the love heart? I absolutely love being able to see love hearts in nature. I mean, that's not a perfect love heart, yes, you'd say. But you know what? Love's not perfect. And that, is, to me, is perfection. Imperfection is perfect, right? I'm going to put that in my pocket, guys. And I'll put that in one of my pot plants at home. John Denver was actually born in New Mexico. You always love John Denver. Yeah, oh my gosh, yes, I love him. I spent 2 weeks in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia in August, Ray says. Okay, so Debbie Sue has family that lives nearby there. There you go, you know. Oh, you were 20 years together. Oh, sorry, yep, 20 years together, but she'd passed away 10 years ago. Okay, sorry. But, you know, again, like I said, Ray, like, you know, there are some people that have been in relationships for 60 years. Absolute miserable. But you had 20 years with a fantastic lady that you met online. How lovely is that? And she's still with you, right? She's still with you in your soul. A love like that doesn't die. It just changes, right? I have made sure to connect with Ray, Cowboy and William. Excellent, guys. Excellent. Well, guys, that's why that Nightbot works, guys. I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to beg, borrow and ask my friends, my moderators, to do anything. And look, understand, it's not for everyone. And like, if you look at my Nightbots today, you'd be like, God, it's a nightmare. I will delete them. I will delete them. So Cowboy loves John Denver also. I love the song Take Me Home Country Road. Man, that is a classic. My dad used to play that on the harmonica. I can just hear that in my head right now. Absolutely stunning. I mean, how is this day, guys? Absolutely. This is winter, guys. This is winter. So 2 weeks ago, we stood here and we were able to watch some dolphins. And last week I went whale watching and I watched, unfortunately the dolphins actually took over the show. There was a whole pot of dolphins and they were playing with the boat. If you actually go look at one of my live streams, and in the comments, I saved you a whole lot of time. I time-stamped where you see the dolphins swimming with the boat and where you see the whales jumping. So if you're interested in that, a couple of lives back, it'll actually say whale watching, and I'll have a whale with a tick next to it and dolphins with a tick next to it, because you see both whales. And so that's how I've kind of started to catalogue my live streams, where I see animals. I put the animal with a tick next to it. So there'll be lives with like platypuses with ticks, koalas with ticks, kangaroos with ticks, pelicans with ticks, whales and dolphins with ticks. I don't always timestamp them. Sometimes you'll have to do the work yourself and flick through to find out where the animal is, but that's a little bit like seeing animals in the wild. You don't know when you're going to see them. That's the cool part about it, right? So Ray spends his time in California and San Diego because it's warmer, I guess. Australia is beautiful. Passed through on my way to Guam. Oh, tell me about Guam, William. I've wanted to go to Guam. So Guam is like in the kind of the middle there between Hawaii and the Pacific Islands, right? Micronesia? Please tell us about Guam. What were you doing in Guam? Hey, Rhonda's back. I'm still listening here while I cook supper. Oh, what's for supper, Rhonda? What is for supper, Rhonda? Yes, after Africa. Susan, Instagram. We're going to learn Instagram. Actually, Susan, I did a 5-day attraction marketing course. I could probably send that to you. I could copy the stuff and send that to you, and you could do a bit of stuff around your channel with it, because it was an Instagram kind of course. I mean, it's not going to tell you I guess I won't send it to you right now. I'll send it to you later after you learn a bit more basics about Instagram, because it's a bit more like a different side of it. Hey, honey badger. What time is it where you are? It is 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. on a Monday morning. And we're having a beautiful walk here, guys. Honey badger is a friend that comes into our chat every now and then and says hello. Honey badger, are you a creator? Because if you're a creator, if you go hashtag Adventure Life in the chat, hashtag Adventure Life, you can share your link to make some new friends. Or if you want to have a look in the chat, there's a few different links from different creators in there. If you want to make some new friends. The Great Smoky Mountains is in Tennessee. Oh, yes, I'd love to see the Smoky Mountains. I've heard a lot about that too. Did John Denver not sing? He sang about the Smoky Mountains too, didn't he? Yeah, Ray, if you look at they're in my live streams. But there will be some dolphin encounters in my upcoming animal encounter videos. There'll be a pelican encounter, koala encounter, platypus encounter, kangaroo encounter, Komodo dragon encounter, whale sharks encounter, shark encounter. What else? Oh, asking you a question about zoos and sanctuaries. There'll be quite a few different encounters, guys. A lot of Australian animals. But this actual series won't ever stop. I'll do different installments of it. I've been to some amazing sanctuaries that do amazing things for animals. There's specifically one in Tasmania that I'd really, really like to highlight, because I'd actually like to donate some money to them, because they do some amazing, amazing things. They save a whole lot of wildlife, and they have a great little connection all over Tasmania where they have a whole lot of volunteers that transport animals, and they might not be able to transfer the whole animal all the way down to the hospital in the sanctuary, but they have different people that will pick up the animal and then continue it on. So they kind of have like a bit of a tag team of volunteers that will transport these animals that have been injured. And I think it's great. What a great network, and what a great thing to do. And then they also have, you can, pay to go to the sanctuary and see all the animals that they are rehabilitating to get back into the wild. And you can see Tasmanian devils. So I guess it's like a zoo where you can see animals that you would never normally see in the wild. It's that aspect of it, but in a more caring way. I've been to some terrible, terrible zoos, and that's probably why I hate zoos. The first zoo experience that I can remember that was very traumatic was one in Sumatra, where my mum is from, in Indonesia, where I saw orangutans in cages, and basically you had to bring food to feed the orangutans, and they were so skinny it made you want to just, oh honestly, I think that the trauma of that was enough for me to go, you know what, zoos are not right. And I'm not saying all zoos are like that. I mean, there's a big zoo here called Australia Zoo, owned by Steve Irwin and his family. Very, very famous, obviously. They say it's a zoo. It's called a zoo, and they say that it's like a sanctuary. But I'm debatable about if that is a sanctuary or if it's a zoo. But anyway, I will put that in a video, and you guys can make your mind on that one. Okay. I actually need to plug in my battery pack. I have a battery pack. Don't drop the battery pack like I did last time I was on the beach, or one of the last times. A couple of months ago, I dropped a battery pack on the beach and I forgot it. I couldn't find it. Though, in saying that, when I went looking for it, we saw dolphins, so that was pretty cool. And there could be dolphins out here right now, but if you're not watching, you can't see them. Because, like, they're not going to go, hey, look at me, there's a dolphin out here. You really just have to be an animal spotter and just sit here, like meditate into the ocean. Because there are dolphins here. There's lots of dolphins here. They don't come right in, obviously, but they're out there. Just like sharks. There's sharks out there too. You're grilling salmon and rice and salad. Oh, that sounds amazing, Rhonda. Okay, I am so far behind in this chat. Okay, I'm there. Have you seen whales? Yes, Cowboy. There'll be a video on whales too. Wild encounters with wildlife. So yeah, I went whale watching last week. And it was pretty cool. Like I said, if you go check out the live stream, I did do a live stream from there, and you will actually see the whales breaching, which is like jumping up in the air and flopping them into the water. It's pretty cool. But the dolphins stole the show. It was a whale watching tour, but the dolphins literally stole the show. It was amazing. Amazing, amazing. I have to go, friends. It's time to go feed the cows and sheep and chickens. Everyone have a beautiful day and blessed day. See you, Susan. Have an awesome day. I will look forward to reading your installment of what's going on the farm. Well, thank you for joining me this morning on this walk. It's been really, really nice to walk on this beach today. Really needed to get out of my head. And yeah, just do a bit of walking. It's so good for you. So good for you. So guys, I am going to go walk to the end of the beach again and then back to my car. So if you want to hang out, probably got another 15, 20 minutes and then we're done ski, guys. I've got a late start for work this morning, but I actually have to find, talking about whales, Cowboy, I have been playing around with different SIM cards, for SD cards for my cameras, and I have somehow misplaced the whale watching trip from last week. And mind you, it was last night at midnight I was looking for it, and I'd lost something right in front of me too, so it's probably right in front of me, but it was late. I was testing out some tech that I was going to take to Africa instead of having to take a laptop to do a lot of the, transferring of content to save. I'm not going to be making any content when I'm on holidays. I'm going to have a nice break. But I will schedule some videos, these wild encounters that I'm going to do or have done. I bought this new contraption called what's called a 7-in-1 multi-port. So basically, I'm using it as an adapter to transfer information from my SD card over to a portable hard drive without putting the data on my phone. Because that's what I normally used to do. I would take the data from the SD card onto my phone and then take the data from the phone onto the SD card and then delete that stuff from the phone. It's a lot of work that way. So this multi-tool that I bought, and it's my last live stream. There's two live streams there. I accidentally cut the live stream off. But it's very long-winded. You don't really want to watch it, to be honest. But yeah, at the start it'll show you the actual multi-tool. It's pretty cool, actually. It's got all these different contraptions that you can plug into. You can put your SD card straight into it, or even the SD mini into it. So like the GoPro uses a mini, so you can put it straight into it, or you can put the adapter into there, or SD cards. Then you can plug C drives into it, C port. You can put USB into it, you can put HDMI into it, and you can put internet cable into it. And the whole idea is to use it instead of using your laptop on holidays or a tablet on holidays. It just it doesn't sound it does sound very complicated, I'll be honest. It was very weird to test out last night to try to figure out how it worked, and took me a little while to figure it out, but we got there. But it will save me a lot of headaches, because as I said, when I'm traveling, I'm there. I guess I don't do slow travel. I'm in a place, for not a huge long time. So I'm like basically out from morning to like way into the night. So when I come home at night time, the last thing I want to do is try to figure out how to save all my content that I created, I took that day onto my hard drive. And my phone is always full, and it just becomes a pain in the ass. So this little contraption cost me $120 Australian, and I think if I keep on practicing with it, I'll streamline it, I'll make it easy to do. In the live stream last night, I probably made it very, very hard and it looked very difficult and technical. But I think when I break it down, it's actually not that hard. So yay, I'm winning. But consequently, it was late at night when I finished, and I kept on losing things because I was tired. Been a big day. I actually had a really cool animal encounters yesterday, actually. I went to a lake to practice using the camera that I'm going to take to Africa. And that was also part of my live stream, talking about why I'm taking this 18-year-old camera versus what I have. I can use my phone or a GoPro, which is not really going to cut it for Africa, or a vlogging camera that I've got. And yeah, if you watch I'm not going to say, don't watch the live stream. It's very long-winded. The short of it is, a vlogging camera doesn't have a little eye thing to look through, so it's hard to actually look at what you're taking videos of. I took it whale watching the other day, and it was very, very hard to take videos because the sun was hitting the screen. So consequently, the video footage from that day it's a bit choppy and weird because I really couldn't see what I was taking video of. So I was like, you know what? That's a good example of why you don't take a vlogging camera to Africa to take photos of animals. Because it's not the right camera, right? It's a vlogging camera, not a camera to take animal pictures. So I have a camera that I bought 18 years ago, and it was a duck nuts back then. not a massive duck nuts. It was like, I don't know, no idea. But, you know, I don't pay a huge lot of money for these kind of things. It might have cost me $500, which is still a huge lot of money, right? But in cameras, that's very cheap. So, as I said, it was duck nuts for me. And, yeah, it did a great job 18 years ago. And I've been trying to practice to see if it still works and all that kind of stuff. And it does. It does work. Dr. Ninja. Hey, Dr. Ninja, how you going, mate? How are you? So Dr. Ninja is another creator friend of ours. He lives in Florida, well, just over the border of Florida. And he shares a lot of content around financial freedom. So Dr. Ninja, if you go #AdventureLife in the chat, you can share your link to your channel. #AdventureLife. And just ignore the rest of the robots, the night bots in my chat. I will delete them. But #AdventureLife does work. And the night bot saying drink some water is a good one. Drink some water. I'm going to drink some water, guys. There you go, guys. There's Dr. Ninja's link. If you don't know Dr. Ninja, he's an awesome individual. He actually met one of our friends. He met Doran, actually. And Deb, he went to Maui about 6 months ago and met up with our friend Doran and Deb. Unfortunately, Deb is no longer with us, but Doran, yeah, and that would have been a great experience to meet Doran and like Doran to meet you, Dr. Ninja. So Dr. Ninja has a very, very cool, what do you call it? It's not a van. It's not even a caravan. It's a long thing. A five-wheeler, is that what you call it, a five-wheeler? It's a big thing you live in. Not live in, like you can travel around in, right? It's like a... Hey, and actually, Rhonda, talking about camper vans and stuff, you were saying in Karen's live that you and hubby have been camper vanning. Like you've got a camper van and you went camper vanning last weekend. We didn't know that about you. And I was hearing about your son getting married. I love the idea of how he's getting married. And that you're basically, the day before you're getting married, you're all going fishing to catch the fish for the wedding day food. I love it. It sounds amazing. And then Evie was saying that on her wedding day, everyone brought fishing rods. So they got married and then everyone went fishing. I thought that was amazing. It sounds very much like the wedding of your son's going to get married. That was really nice to hear, actually, Debbie. Rhonda. And there's Paul. Hey, Paul. Paul is #AdventureLife, so he's going to chat. He's going to share his link. So Paul is a creator, friend of ours on Phillip Island, down the bottom of Australia. Another great content creator. Hence why you should go check him out if you're new here or you don't know Paul D Australia. There's lots of links in the chats, guys. So go check out, make a new friend. Can't hurt, right? Can never have enough friends. So Paul D and I have been friends for a little while on YouTube, and we met about 5 months ago. We both went on a trip to Bali and we met up there. And when I go to Africa, I'm going to meet up with Jazz Nomad TV, another friend from YouTube. Cannot wait to meet Jazz also. And we're going to do a bit of travelling together in Zanzibar and in Kenya. And so we've got some new people to the chat, guys. Cowboy is from... Oh, gosh, where are you from again? I can't remember. But yeah, he's sharing his link there. Paul sharing his link. So check each other out. Apparently Cowboy does a bit of travelling around on cruises. I haven't seen his channel, obviously, because I'm on a live stream. I can't see it. But you guys can check it out. Actually, Cowboy, can you do me a favour? Because once I finish this live stream, the chat actually gets disabled. Like, I can't actually see the chat for 24 hours till the actual live stream uploads. So I won't actually be able to check you out. So if you could do me a favour, if you could go to one of my latest videos, or any video, it doesn't really matter, and just say hi. And that way I've got the link to your channel and I can check you out later too. Oh, if a lot of you guys, if you're new there, there's a few, I think there's William there too. I won't be able to check your link out till this live is actually uploaded. So yeah, as I said, I can't check the link out while I'm in the live stream. But my friends can, which is fine. Because I know if someone does subscribe, if you've got a private account, it doesn't actually tell you that, so-and-so's subscribed, so you can't check them out that way either. So that's why I always say, if you are subscribing, if you wouldn't mind just going to one of my latest videos, I mean, you're welcome to watch the video if you like, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. But otherwise, just put a hi, how you going? And that way I've got the link to your channel. So we're going to walk over to Lavender's Rock. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sunrise this morning. Paul, are you off on your walk already? What is your weather like this morning down the bottom of Australia? There's Lavender's Rock, surrounded by mangroves now, and a whole lot of seagrass. So we go kick, kick. So Lavender's Rock is actually a love heart. And guess what? Look at the love heart I found on the beach this morning. Oh, did I pick it up? Yes, I did pick it up. Do you like the love heart I picked up on the beach? I love that. Isn't that beautiful? It's nice to see love hearts in nature. And that's actually what Lavender taught me, actually. I've been kicking that rock for ages, so I never actually stood and actually looked at it. It's always a reminder to drink some water too. That is a love heart. It's the shape of a love heart. It took a 16-year-old to teach me that. I haven't seen Lavender for a while, guys. Has anyone seen Lavender for a while? I hope she's okay. So Lavender is a fellow Australian. She's only young. I believe she's dealing with a few mental health issues at the moment, unfortunately. But we always hope that she's doing okay. But yeah, she definitely taught me to stop and smell the roses a little bit more. I mean, obviously she didn't teach me how to do that, but on my walks, I do get a little bit like whoosh, gush, go, 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 go. And yeah, it was good to stop and look at the love heart, to be honest. And now on my walks, even though I am still trying to walk, obviously when I'm doing live streaming, I'm not walking as fast as I normally walk, which is good and bad, I guess. But sometimes it's not about how fast you walk or how far you walk, is it? It's more about just actually getting out in nature and walking. So Dr. Ninja has checked out Cowboy's channel and has said here, I like the music on your channel, Cowboy. Oh, isn't that lovely? So I'm sure Cowboy has checked out Dr. Ninja too. And I'm sure Cowboy has checked out Paul D Australia. And obviously anyone in the chat, you're welcome to share your link, #AdventureLife. And that will share your YouTube link. But obviously you don't need to do it if you've done it a few times, you don't need to do it again because it just over spams it. I'm already over spamming it already with my Nightbot that doesn't work. I mean, it does work, it's just that I didn't write the right code. So just ignore the rest of those commands in there other than drink water and hashtag adventure life. But like I said, you don't need to over spam it. People can go back and look up in the chat. So look here, guys. Look at all the seaweed that's sitting here. This is not always like that. Just, depends on the tide. But it's just kind of like, out there is beautiful, right? But just here, it's a bit thick. And I guess, different times of the year in Cancun and down in Florida, that seagrass, they call it a different call. So what they call it, saccharum or something? There's a special word for it. I don't know the name, but it really stinks. It's really smelly seagrass. And it literally just covers the beautiful beaches in Florida and Cancun and different kind of Caribbean regions. And it's all about the coral bleaching. We have something similar that happens here in Australia up at the Great Barrier Reef. I don't know if you've ever heard of, what's it called? Oh my gosh. Now I've lost the name of it. Oh, there's a famous beach up at the Ellie Beach. Paul, what's the famous beach up in Ellie Beach? Off Ellie Beach? Whitehaven Beach. That's right, don't. Whitehaven Beach. Whitehaven Beach is like one of the most stunning beaches in Australia. But every now and then they have some coral bleaching where the water heaps up too fast and the coral actually leaks this disgusting bleach, I guess, in ways. Not normal bleach, but like this natural stuff. And it absolutely reeks. And it becomes this, the sand is so beautiful and white, it's like silicon. And you've got this beautiful turquoise water, but then you've got this muck. It's like yellow all over the beach and it stinks and you wouldn't swim in it. So the first time I went, absolutely stunning. It was like the day trip out to Whitehaven Beach is like something you've never seen. It's so beautiful. It's got, compare it to going to the Caribbean. It's absolutely stunning, right? So it's the Caribbean of Australia, right? Anyway, the next time I went up there for a wedding. Not my wedding, to be clear. And I was with an ex-boyfriend and I told him all about Whitehaven Beach. He'd seen the photos. And the day we went there, it was minging. Absolutely minging. And so he has never wanted to go back to Whitehaven Beach or the Whitsundays Islands, the Great Barrier Reef, because of that reason. He goes, oh, it stinks. I'm like, well, actually, no, it doesn't really normally stink. I've not been back since, to be honest, to that area. But I will go back. One bad experience at a beach doesn't mean that it's always going to be like that, right? But that particular boyfriend was very much like that. One bad experience and that's it, ruined it. Like, we went to Paris and because it was raining in Paris, he thought that Paris is always grey and ugly. I'm like, well, actually, no. It's not really grey and ugly, but, that one time you went, it was grey and ugly. And then he would tell people, oh, yeah, I didn't like Paris. It stinks. And it's grey and it's ugly and old. I'm like, okay. There's a reason why we're not together anymore. But yeah, I don't know why I was talking about that. Oh yeah, coral bleaching. Yeah, so in Cancun it has, depending on certain times of the year, it doesn't happen all the time. The smell on the beach is really a lot. And a lot of the big resorts clean up the beaches. But obviously the public beaches, like for example in Playa del Carmen, there's a lot of public beaches, which is great, right? But they won't be cleaned up. So there'll be like piles and piles. I'm talking mounds. I'm not exaggerating, mounds of seagrass all stinking. But the big resorts, they clean it up every day. They'll actually have a permanent person walking up and down the beach, raking up all the seagrass. Saccharum, I think it's called. I don't know. I can't say it. Saccharum. I don't know. Nicholas. Hey, Nicholas. How you going? I'm the youngest here in 34. I have been to Cancun and rented a room. That was awesome trip. Yeah, Cancun's amazing. So did you, you were obviously there when you had beautiful white sandy beaches. Did you go to Coco Bongos? I bet you went to Coco Bongos. And La Boom. They're all the big nightclubs that, you know, when you're in Cancun, you've got to go to if you like going to nightclubs. It's one of those things, if you've been there once, you probably don't need to do it again. So this might not be Cancun. I mean, I absolutely adore the beaches in Cancun. My favourite beach is Cowboy, if you're familiar. If you went to La Boom, that's the Roman Forum area. That beach there, Playa Forum, Beach Forum. That's where they have a lot of the beach clubs where they have all the, you know, dance music. They got little pools on the beach. It's amazing. You can rent a beach umbrella and have access to a toilet and stuff, which is great. But there's a public beach right there too, and it's really, really nice. That's my favourite little bit. Every time, well, not every time, but you know, when I'm sad or something like that, I'll go back to those times and think about walking on the beach in Cancun. Oh man, there is nothing better than warm sun on the back of your back, sand between your feet, and seeing this vision of just this turquoise water. Oh man, there's nothing better. I mean, there's nothing better. I mean, like, you know, you can have the same feeling about mountains. I mean, I love mountains too. But there's something, for me personally, I'm a bit of a water baby. I love the water. I do love the beach. You know, I'm very, very grateful that I get to call this my local beach. It might not be Cancun, but you know what? If this was Cancun, I probably wouldn't live here, right? And there'd be 1 million people here on this beach. I've pretty much got it to myself at this present moment. There's a few people around, but not that many. But if this was Cancun, there'd be high rises everywhere. And, well, I probably wouldn't be able to afford to live in Cancun. Not too many people live in the hotel zone in Cancun because it's very, very expensive. They're all just the high rises. And then people don't want to live in Cancun either because it's so busy with tourism. So I'm grateful for where I live right this minute. So I'm 30 minutes away from Brisbane. This place is called Redcliffe Peninsula. 30 minutes away from Brisbane in the state of Queensland in Australia. And I am generally a couple of times a week doing a live stream in the morning, going for a walk, taking you on the adventure. This morning we were blessed to see a beautiful pelican. She gave us a bit of a show, a bit of a dance. We had a bit of a dance off together, if you want to call it that. I'll call it a dance off. And yeah, every time we walk we meet different people. Like this morning we've met Cowboy, we've met William Brody. And a few different people in the chat. And I hope that, you know, some of my regulars here like Debbie Sue, Paul, Susan have met for some new people there like Ray, William, Cowboy. It's always nice to make new friends and, you know, have a look at new videos. Dr. Ninja's been here, Rhonda's been here, Nicholas is here. You know, go up and have a look at the chat. There's a few different links for different channels. I know Cowboy and William have both shared their links. Not everyone knows Dr. Ninja. Dr. Ninja showed his links. Just a heads up, Rhonda, our friend Rhonda, has a new series about detox, 10 days, a detox session. And she has a very interesting video about pooping, guys. So you should go check that out. I haven't seen that yet, but I'm going to check it out. Paul D. Australia, he's very, very regular with his videos. Actually, I've got to say, I haven't checked out your videos for a bit. Paul, Bad Dora, I will go check them out. Paul is, I just called you Paula. Paul is very, very regular with his scheduling. He does a short on a Wednesday night here in Australian time, and every Saturday morning about 11 o'clock, he uploads a video, a long form video. So who knows what he's posting about. Sometimes it's about Bali, when he met up with Dora, or he had his adventures in Bali. It might be a video on his trip to Thailand. It might be from his walk around Phillip Island. Could be anywhere, really. So he's also shared his link in the chat, Paul D Australia. I don't know, Debbie Sue, did you share your link? I'm not sure. Ray's got a premiere. So if anyone's following Ray Crump, he's got a premiere. I've been to Cancun 40 times, 405 times. Very much ate the buffet at the hotel and bought stuff. Oh, okay, Cowboy's got a video showing Cancun. Wow, okay. And Nicholas has got here, beautiful view. Oh, Nicholas, you should have seen the sunrise this morning. It was really, really pretty. Really pretty. But this is just as pretty, right, guys? Just as pretty. So guys, thanks for joining this morning. Like I said, I hope you made some friends. And I hope the new people in the chat, like Cowboy, put a comment on one of my latest videos so I can check you out, because otherwise I can't check you out. I mean, if you want me to check you out, put a comment in one of my videos. Otherwise, I will see you on another one, guys. Thanks for being here. Look after yourself. And I'll leave you with, what are you grateful for today? I'm grateful that we made a few new friends today. A lot of you guys have heard of me talk endlessly about how I changed my live streams and took a lot of people off moderators, and I know a lot of people got pissed off about that. And that's okay. It is what it is. But now we get to meet a whole lot of new people coming to our chat. And I think it's great. And you guys benefit. It's not just me benefiting. You guys benefit from it too. So, yeah. Otherwise, we might not have met Ray. We might not have met William. We might not have met Cowboy. And we hope to see you again one day. Yeah. Obviously, my regulars, if you choose to come back. That's your crazy idea. Come back and see me again. That's on you. I hope you come back and visit me again. But, we all have a life. If you want to go check out other people's videos, I say go do it. Go live your life. Actually, I say get off YouTube. Go have your own adventure. Anyway, that's me. I'm going to go have my own adventure this morning, which is cleaning up my goddamn office. I'm trying to find a SIM card. Last night, I did a couple of live streams trying to test my tech out for Africa. I'm trying to find an easier way to download GoPro images or SD or camera content to a hard drive. Whoops, I dropped you. To a hard drive without putting that stuff on my phone. Dr. Ninja, it doesn't work, unfortunately, iLatest. The only thing that works on my Nightbot, I have to change it, I will go home and do this now, is the hashtag Adventure Life to share your links. I am trying to set it up so it shares my latest video and my playlist while I'm in Africa. So I've got to delete those because it doesn't work. So guys, thanks for being here. I appreciate you guys. Have an awesome afternoon, evening, day, wherever you are in this world. And yeah, just enjoy life. Bye guys. Happy walking. I can go there and find it. Need to run your... Oh, you don't need to run my playlist, Dr. Ninja. Just watch a video and check it out. That's all you need to do. Don't run my playlist. It's all good. See you guys. Bye.